So, this is the prince's newest plaything. This is the one everyone thinks so much of. I wonder if André played a joke when he called to say you were coming. You look ragged and soft, like a child's juguete, used up and discarded. Is there even any fight left in you, eh? Name's Victoria, but until you earn a place in the sabbat, lick, you call me Ductus. I know who you are, but what I'd really like to see is whether you can even bear those fangs. Or did the Camarilla leave you so spineless you could never stand among the sabbat? Nina, if you can keep my pack and I laughing at your jokes, perhaps you have a chance after all. Espera, gringa. That's not how this works. You don't walk into my house and expect to eat at the table. Sabbat doesn't work like you soft, gullible camarilla putas. No. First you'll chase scraps. First, I need to see how far you'll go to please me. Don't worry. My boots only need so much licking before I know you're worthy to hold our sword. Until then, my problems are yours. And there's one for which I need an outsider. You've met the Mac, yes? Tiene la sombra. Kind of a small-time alcahuete. Pimp. He keeps a house down the street and a few girls. He operates here freely, but he makes some money. No es me importa, pero one of his girls, a mortal, she's of interest to me. The chains he keeps her with are not the kind you can see, but I want her free from his bondage. You'll be the one to change his mind. It's not your concern. You're not here to ask questions, just do what you're told. I don't put my nose in the shit directly. You're convincing him, so I'm convincing him. Bueno, se llama Ariana. She used to live here in the nest, among the pack. Do what you must, but get her home in one piece. Do this and you'll have my attention.
Welcome to Chateau de Mac. You just wandering here because you look lost. Like you're looking for something. Maybe I can help you find whatever it is you're looking for. I can tell you're not like most girls, are you? You want something the boys ain't selling, and you got fantasies too kinky for your girlfriend, huh? Whatever gets you wet and wild, it's none of my business. But as long as you got the money, you'll always leave satisfied. Now, normally I don't negotiate up front, but you seem like a straight shooter. So, for a first timer like you, I'll give you a special deal. $100? Just because I can tell you drive a hard bargain, I'm willing to cut you a deal. Tell you what, $50 as long as you keep coming back to see the Mac. Great. What are you in the mood for? As you wish. I'll get the girl in the room ready. Feel free to rough her up a bit if you're into that. But if I gotta drive to the hospital tonight, or worse, out into the desert, this is gonna be your last ride.
Hola. How's your evening? I'm Ariana. Wanna sit down? Let me take care of you. Ah, one of those. That's fine. What do you want to talk about? You want to be between the sheets while we chat? It's not much of a story, really. I was out late one night at the park. My friends had just left, and then I saw him. The Mac. He was so handsome, mysterious. Not like the boys at school. Mature. He invited me in for a drink, and things just sort of went from there. It's not what you think, really. The money is great, and I like being this person. I'm old enough. I just had my quinceañera a while back. I can make my own decisions now. What? I don't think so. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know who the hell Victoria is, but you can tell her I'm my own person. You may not understand why I am who I am, but it's not your decision. I think you should just leave.
Did she touch you in all the right places? Make you feel good in all the right ways? Of course she did. You're a winner. You're welcome back anytime you want that sweet, easy release. Business, huh? What are you supposed to be? Some feminazi bitch here to shut down the man? Look, girlie, why don't you get back to baking cookies in the kitchen where you belong before somebody gets hurt? Oh yeah, that's real cute. You know, women think they can put on their best shoes and a mean face and talk business like they're one of the boys. And you, working for her? Fucking adorable. You both ought to just get under a man where you belong. Ah, this again? Look, for the last time, Ariana ain't for sale. You go back to that bitch and tell her if she wants some alone time, she can pay the same price as everyone else. But I'm not giving up my Latina princess. Victoria's been a fucking pain in my ass about this chica. Wish I knew what was so fucking special about her, but yeah, I can think of something that might make it worth my while. The girl's a USDA grade A cut of ass, but more importantly, she fills a certain niche. You gotta understand, my clients have certain proclivities. Some gents come down to East LA looking for a piece of that sweet Latina action, and the Mac's gotta provide. I'm saying, Victoria's really pushing my buttons on this one, and I need some goodwill around here, so yeah, I could give you the girl, but I still need some Latina bitch to fit the bill. You find someone else to fill her Mexican thong, and maybe we can talk about cutting her loose. Do what you gotta do. Tell them what they need to hear, use your disciplines, threats, hell, bash her fucking head in and drag her here if you have to. I can take care of the rest. But she's gotta be brown, and she better be cut. No fatties. I don't want to see you dragging anything less than a 7 my way. Anywhere's fine if you know where to look. Just take a look around the neighborhood. This is beaner territory, so you shouldn't have to dig too deep. Hey, a deal's a deal. That much you can hold me to. And remember, you need the hookup, then you know the Mac's got your supply.
¿Qué pasa? Dropping off or picking up, gringa? Can't read the sign? Me llamo Alejandra, estúpido. What do you want? I do better than you might think. Do you normally talk people into quitting? Or did you have something in mind? I never thought I could be a model or a movie star or nothing. If you're willing to give me a shot, I guess I could take a chance. Where do I go to get these pictures done?
I know you can feel it too. The fog of doom like a dead weight condensing around this blighted city. Who will you trust to guide the sword of Cain in these final nights? Put your faith in me and fear not.
Yeah, well, you know how it is, Hazel. I don't want to get involved in the politics here. I'm only around long enough to turn a buck and get back on my feet. Everyone wants something. In the end, it comes down to who can deliver the goods.
Even in the abyss, you won't escape the politics and bickering. Not so long as you live among your fellow Canaanites here in the Angel's City. Worship the dollar at your altar of iniquities, but it won't buy you salvation on Gehenna's Eve. You say you believe in our father's shackles. Believe also in me. I alone have the judgment to guide us through.
Yeah, Hazel, I know. Let me sleep on it. I'm sure we can work something out.
Ah, what do I behold here? Fresh, sweet blood? Word of your lust for communion amongst the true progeny of Cain has spread far and wide. Yes, your unholy arrival has been anticipated by many, myself notwithstanding. Of course, sincerest apologies. There's no excuse for bad manners. Forgive us, as we forgive you, for the untold horrors you have no doubt perpetrated on this lonely walk from ash to ash. Hazel Tomes is the name they give this vessel, but my message, my mission, is bigger than just a name. After you finish your business with our most amorous friend, I implore you, no, invite you, to follow me to my congregation, and I will show you something bigger than you or I. Very well. I bid you good eve, K-Knight.
This girl you brought by, yeah, it wasn't quite what I was looking for, but she'll do, for now. Anyways, you're alright. I think this'll make things a lot easier around here for both of us. Hazel? Yeah. Fucking Malkavian. He's as whacked out as they come. Now he's coming around here, wanting me to back him while he vies for bishop of this corner of LA. Guy like that? Best just tell him what he wants to hear. You can count on one thing, though. With a bunch of Canaanites clamoring to be on top, things are gonna get nasty around here real fast. Real unfortunate. Guy was inside this warehouse on the other side of town when a bomb went off. Camarilla job from what I hear. Part of some kind of warning or payback. A lot of whispered rumors around that, but I guess you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Yeah, I heard as far as anti-tribute go, you're as fresh as they come. But come on, get your shit together. The sabbat's rank and file, kid. You murder and cheat your way to the top of your gang, you're a ductus. But if you want turf, if you really want to start to make the moves in the city, you gotta work your way up to bishop. Simple. The mag just doesn't play politics. Hell, I got no interest in putting down roots at all. Me and my crew, well, what's left of it anyways, we stay on the move. I leave the bickering and the turf wars to the local sabbat. Instead, I just keep pushing my product, making mad bread until things dry up, then it's on to the next haunt. Hey, I'm a man of my word. I'll have Ariana pack her shit up and meet you outside. It's a pleasure doing business, and if you ever need your fix, sex, blood, a bit of the ultra-violence, you know where to come.
What? What's happening? Who are you? Where Where are we? What do you mean, home? This place looks strange. This isn't home, is it? Yeah, I think. This is looking familiar. I can see the gate down the street, so my building shouldn't be far. Wait. Can you tell me what happened in this house? My stomach, it's knotting up just looking at this place. Yeah, I feel like I need to lay down. I don't know who you are, but thanks.
What's cracking?
What's up? Who?
Dude, that motherfucker's crazy. Like, borderline personality disorder, Malkavian as far as I can tell. He's got some pull around here, scraping to be king of the heap. And my guess is whatever he's planning is gonna fuck everyone. So make sure you keep your face clean. He pulls his followers from the dredges, drug addicts, homeless, lost souls. As far as I can tell, he changes them somehow, corrupts them along the lines of their own addictive energy, and takes it for his own. Best to keep your distance. There's no helping them. They're his eyes and ears now.
Who?
The pimp in the casita down the street? Not sure what to make of him, to be honest. Runs a tight operation. Something not right. Keeps his distance from the other sabbat, and as far as I can tell, they don't really trust him either. Well, you probably haven't seen many La Sombra. Self-righteous ruling class fucks are what they are. They're just Ventry with an edge to them. Yuppie fucking scum.
Who?
As far as I can tell, she's the only one here with any real weight to throw around. She runs the cartel and the drug trade from the shadows. Gives her muscle and a steady flow of income. No surprises she's scheming to be the next bishop. Well, like any good sabbat, she's greedy. But unfortunately for you, she's a Setite, so that's just her second nature. Before she's done, she'll make enemies into friends and friends into neat little piles of ash.
Who?
Okay? That pretentious little French prick can suck my hairy undead dick. I've met my fair share of princes, but never one quite as self-delusioned as LaCroix. He only has his own self-interest in mind. Anyone can see that. This is an anarch town at its heart. By the time he's done fucking things up for the Camarilla, he's going to ensure it stays anarch for a long, long time. Oh, please. I've seen a lot of shit in my days, but crusty ancient vampire gods isn't one of them. It's just a boogeyman designed to scare you into the beck and call of whichever prince or archbishop is calling the shots. Classic crowd control.
Who?
Okay? There's not much to say, man. I'm just a slacker that lost his way with no intention of getting it back. I could really give a fuck about your politics and morals. But if you want to make art, get high and go skating, fuck, I'm your guy. I'm Gangrel, but none of that shit really matters. All you need to know is that I'm a survivor. Sure, if you want to call it art, Banksy's got nothing on me. Funny story, actually. Apparently getting in bed with the sabbat is frowned upon whether you mean it figuratively or literally. Not too fast, are you? I was tapping this Toreador anti-tribu broad. Cute little hipster chick. Once the Camarilla caught wind of our little love affair, she sold me out even faster than they turned around and executed her. Real Montague and Capulet material right there. When they collared me, I was found to be colluding with the enemy. Well, it was either exile or execution. I made the better choice. My punishment is to live among the sabbat I love so well, I guess, and report back. Whatever. Problem is, the Camarilla have a tendency of following you wherever you go. If there were walls to paint on, I'd take to the woods. But there's not, so I'm stuck here until someone takes LaCroix down a notch or two.
You've done well. The Mac says you're a woman not to be crossed. And more importantly, Ariana's home. For that you have my thanks. Perhaps the Camarilla elite can dismiss a boon so easily. But among the sabbat, loyalty is what makes the world turn, and you've done me no small favor. Keep earning my trust, and soon you'll have a place here. But I'm sure there's many things you'd like to know. You have my ear. Don't waste it. I head this chapter of the Latin kings and their drug trade. But that's all a facade. My true title is Ductus of the pack I lead. Our enemies have learned to fear me, but my soldiers know well enough to respect me. To respect a firm hand and a sharp knife. That's the power every good leader bears. The Ductus is the one the pack looks to for answers. It's a seat of power I've kept warm for many years. But the bishop is the one who controls the domain, the one that all the Ducti must support. It's time Los Discípulos are at the front of East LA. With the bishop dead, that is now possible. Claro que sí. Hazel, padre loco, he moved his pack in on this turf. That hideous Malkavian madness runs deep if he finds himself worthy of the title of bishop. And deeper still if he thinks sucking up to me, André, and any of the other sabbat will get him anywhere. Think of the sabbat como un puño. Many fingers. Each one moves on its own, but true strength comes when they strike together. Each pack of the sabbat has a few old soldiers. The ones you see around here, these are mine. Los Discípulos de Xicoat. In normal nights, to join our ranks, you'd first have your soul ripped from your body. But Andres made you a special exception. Returning Ariana was a smart move, but trust is earned. You'll join Los Discípulos when you've proven yourself loyal and strong. El Barrio, East LA. It's modest, perhaps, but it's earnest. This is where the downtrodden and forgotten are cast off. In the air, you taste that desperation? That desperation is our lifeblood. These depas we nest in. A perfect example. The mortal government's consolation, with the best of intention, to the many wretched relegated here. But we've corrupted it completely. Through drugs, through apathy. The cattle here we keep on a short rope. Your timing here, it's extraño. The winds of change have come. Perhaps it's no coincidence they've blown you to my door, when it's you I have to thank. In the warehouse, the bomb you placed. It killed many soldiers that night, my superior and the sabbat included. You opened a door that had been shut for decades. Unfortunately, I'm not the only one fighting for a slice of power. The Ductus is the one the pack looked. There's nothing on the street about it. You're the one holding all the clues, I'm afraid. But perhaps we can see each other's paths to their ends. The blood flows from apathy, but the drugs are the current to pull it along. Someone, brave or foolish enough, has damned themselves, stealing from me. The delivery from the south has disappeared, and our pack will suffer until this drought is cleared. Find the thief and slaughter them. I don't concern myself with the details. Go talk to one of the juice bags, Arturo. He'll tell you what you need to know. You can find him in El Número 4. Él es un enforcer de kings. He's loyal. He follows the tide of our drugs carefully. He can be trusted. He will help you. Espere. The sabbat. In the day, we share a common haven, a nest. Apartamento 5 is yours to rest in and keep your things. This is my boon to you for Ariana's safe return, even if you still have my trust to earn.
Hola. ¿Qué haces en mi apartamento? Sorry, can I help you? No, who the hell are you then? Wait, what? How do you know about all that? Yeah, I'm Ariana. Why do I get the feeling we've crossed paths somehow? I don't really know. It's a strange thing. I was in that place for so long, but I guess I just sort of blocked a lot of it out. I can't really talk about that yet, okay? Man, who knows what I was thinking? Kicking ass at school, rocking the scene was my life as a kid. Next day, I'm a streetwalker with too much to prove. Way to adult, Ariana. At least the money was good. Like you never did anything you regret. Nostalgia, regret. If this crap is for adults, I already miss being a little kid. Thanks, I guess. School's a breeze. The teachers tell me I don't really belong here, but this is home. For better or for worse, you know? Last I checked, my dad's somewhere in Mexico City, but I never knew him. Mom, well, she was a bystander 5 years ago. Stray bullet. But it's not all bad. My big brother, he's always watched out for me. Made sure I have what I need. Arturo, maybe you know him. Seems like everybody around here does. I can't say I agree with him all the time, but he's never been anything less than a good brother to me. Not the career path for me, I guess. But I do still need more money if I'm going to make it to college. You know, some people want to change the world, but I'll settle for just fixing things up around here. That's the best any of us can really hope for. Who knows? Psychology, urban farming, sociology, I don't know. Too many choices. All I know is I don't want to forget where I came from.
You don't look like you belong here, Holmes. New customer. A little confused about how this works. Or maybe you're here to start some shit. Either way, you pissed off the wrong chingon. Then you came to the right place, pendejo. You ever tasted the barrel of a Glock before? Or maybe I should stick it right up your ass, just the way you like it, eh? A su madre! You kidding? Pinche vieja. What the fuck is she sending some gringa to me for? The kings are better than this. You ever held a gun, puta? Hey, wey. Victoria called ahead. Said she was sending some new blood my way. You know what you're getting involved with here? Or are you as estúpido as you look? Uh-huh. Let me fill you in. The re-up for the week went missing. The drugs got to the courier. After that, poof. Somebody's lying. And I need the head of whoever it is. Right now we're cutting into reserves. And that's about to dry up real quick. I can't have that. So are you some marica, or do you get shit done? If Victoria trusts you, I guess I can tell the chola down at the lavanderia, Alejandra. She's the front. She says the package never came. Something stinks, though. Talk to her. I think she knows what's up. I tried. Bitch kept a stone-cold face and a straight story. But then I could never read her right. I don't want to fuck with her. Nobody wants to fuck with her. She's been tight with all the kings, so better to have an outsider do her, I guess. 'Cause our fucking boy that brings the shit from the south is solid. The bullets gotta stop somewhere. And it sure as fuck isn't gonna be me. Chido, let's see if we actually got any cojones. If Victoria's wrong about you, I swear I say, it's gonna be the last straw with that bitch.
Hey, watch where you're going, Holmes. We got a problem or what? Yeah, that's right. Just keep walking. And what if I did? What's it worth it to you? Look at this. Chica got some cajones on her. You just come here to talk some shit? Or you actually got something to say before Joaquin throws your ass out of this bar? Oh, well, shit. Why didn't you say so? Gordo and me are pretty tight. So who the fuck are you? Now, where did you hear about that? Who the fuck told you that I lost that package? And you believe that bitch? I delivered as always. You want to solve the mystery? Talk to her and get out of my face. All right. I picked up from the mule in San Diego, like always. I delivered this package to Alejandra, like always. I got on with my life, like always. I don't know what happened after that, but I don't need that chica going around town accusing me of something I didn't do. Especially if it's got Arturo worked up enough to be sending some cabron like you after me. Man, that bitch hasn't even said a word to me. She fucks up, doesn't even bother to text. Now she's talking shit behind my back. No, I didn't talk to her. I got nothing to say to liars. Look, I'm sorry things got fucked up this time, but it's not my fault. I did my part. Arturo needs to get some better help. Not everyone can be solid. Not everyone can be like me. What you want me to do? I done my part. It's somebody else's problem now. I'm waiting for this to blow over. Get back to business as usual with the Kings. See, I'll get out of here. You're not even worth the trouble, pendejo. Just tell Arturo from me. Just tell him I said thanks.
Solve the big mystery yet, Sherlock? Yeah? Spit it out. No mames. You sure? You really fucking sure? Because Joaquin's my boy. I never thought he'd put a knife in my back. I hate to put his name on a bullet, but here we are. See? Joaquin's my boy. So he'll have a head start before the Kings come to collect on that debt. In case I never catch up with him. Did he ever say anything about where the drugs went? A la gran puta. I really needed this problem to fix itself. Just this once, but you gotta know when to cut your losses. Selling the crap from the reserves is never easy like pushing the pure stuff. And we'll have to double up on protection. If somebody wants to cut into our market, they're gonna be hurting as badly as I am. You seem solid, though. Tell me, do the Kings have a new enforcer rolling with them? Claro que sí. I don't know much about you, but the Kings got your back, okay? You better let Victoria know what's up. I still got business to get to tonight. Yeah? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Quién? She's the big jefa. Been rolling with the Kings for as long as anyone can remember. Everybody has to answer to Queen Victoria's evil eye. Between you and me, I'm about ready for that bitch to catch a bullet. It's nothing personal. No, she's fucking stone cold. But she's fair and nobody fucks with her. She's earned her respect. But, you know, as long as she's at the top of the ladder, nobody else can climb any higher. Yours truly included. I just want a chance. A chance to be more than just another thug. I want my chance to call the shots. Because I'm smarter than that. I've watched others try and fail. I've seen their mistakes. She doesn't just put down traitors and fuck-ups. She makes examples of them. One vato didn't like her attitude, managed to put a bullet in her once. She shrugged it off, like a paper cut. The things she did to him next. We Kings, We don't like to talk about that night. Well, I started with the Kings. Man, it's been like at least 10 years now. Anyways, she was in charge then, and the OGs back in the day were still talking about her like we are right now. It's anyone's guess. Funny thing, it's like she hasn't aged a day. Yeah, that's another thing. How does she keep her fingers in everything when I hardly ever see her around? Nobody does. Only really comes around as she has to, when serious shit is going down. Just a few of the boys ever really talk to her. Something about those muchachos? They got bad juju or something. Makes my asshole pucker up whenever they come around.
See, I mean, I get it. You get to be a little crazy when you got all the power and money, but nothing about her makes sense. It's not just the clothes. That apartment, too. No furniture, no food, no nothing. She acts like she lives here, though. It's fucking creepy.
Yeah? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Quién? I stopped going to church a long time ago. I don't really know ese, but I heard some creepy shit about that place. We used to have this customer come around, Juan. He decided he was going to get cleaned up, stop using. He thought the church could help him out. It did for a while. Then he came scrambling back around the projects one night. Said he needed something to forget what he'd seen. When he finally chilled the fuck out, he started telling he was hanging around inside the church when that preacher, Hazel, found out one of Juan's buddies was using again. He said the old preacher went into a fit, cursing and damning his friend, all fire and brimstone and shit, right? His buddy fell to the floor and started rolling around, talking in tongues. His buddy finally gets off of the floor with this blank look on his face, you know? He takes out a knife and starts cutting and stabbing into his arm over and over again, screaming something about having to get the poison out. Then that preacher leans over, looks Juan right in the eye, and smiles before he rips the guy's throat open with his bare teeth. Shit. I don't know if I believe it. Probably just some whacked-out junkie telling some tall-ass tale. But el padre, something ain't right with him. Now that you mentioned it, I haven't seen Juan around in a while. I hope he's doing okay. Yeah? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Quién? She's my fucking sister, cabrón. Why are you so curious about her, eh? You been checking her out? Hey, she's my kid sister. I gotta look out for her. She doesn't have nobody else. I'm just working my ass off to keep her off the streets. Keep her safe. So don't you get any ideas about her, right? She doesn't need no more cholos like me in her life. Ah, word got around, eh? Mierda. I always tried to protect her, but I guess she wants to wear big girl panties, eh? I still don't understand it. I give her everything she needs. Why she gotta go make a whore of herself? All she had to do was ask, that's all. I'd give her whatever money she needed. No chingues. ¿Por qué? How? Muchas gracias. I guess. No te entiendo, pendejo. Yeah? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Quién? I'm just a vato from the 323 trying to survive. There's not much to know. Shit. Can you believe I was gonna be a U.S. Marine? Look at me now. Sure, I'll kill a man. But you think I'm gonna run a 5-minute mile with this gut? Ni madres. Yeah, I had it all figured out. But when Mom, God bless her, left us, somebody had to look out for mi hermana. Money doesn't make itself, you know? What else was a kid like me supposed to do? Vete al carajo. You ask a lot of questions. If you really want to know, mi madre, God bless her, she was a fucking drunk. But she never deserved what Dad did to her. That's why I put a knife to that chango. Chased him off. Ariana didn't ever need to see that shit. I'm all in. You don't spend 15 years running with the crew like the Kings and just leave. I got too much on the line. Nah, vato. I spent too much time hustling and working the street just to walk away. Besides, my big break is just around the corner. I can feel it. Just you wait and see. I don't want to talk about it. Nah, not with you. There's just some things around here. They're not right. I've had shit for luck. Everything always seems to go wrong at just the right time. And that puta vieja Victoria, she's untouchable. She's the jefa, but I wish she'd just fucking... Well, I wish she was out of the picture. Shit. All that. I picked most of these up doing time. Check this out. You know what this symbol is? This is my heritage. Aztec warrior. See? He's fierce, bold, a real chingon. Claro. Everybody does their time. No exceptions. You join the Kings, you're gonna go to jail, way. I did some time for armed robbery, possession, about 2 years. No war enough for me now, though. But I fucking hate cops. Fucking puercos. I hate them. Yeah? ¿Qué pedo? This is East LA, way. This is nuestro nido, where the Latin kings rule. But see, this is more than just a hustle. This is home. We take care of everybody. The puercos mean shit here. You need protection, you come to us. Mierda. Lately it's been bad. Like real bad. Every night somebody's up at St. Mary's or the morgue. Seemed like it must be Crips, Bloods at first. Somebody trying to move on our turf. Pero no. There's no tags, no threats, and nobody's moving in. It's something else. No sé, but it's in the night air. I can smell it. Smells like fear. And it feels like a big change is coming down fast. No me gusta. No, never heard of them before. It's a gang? You sure? I think it's an Aztec name, no? You know, most of that stuff, I just can't talk about it. I used to be a soldier, holding a corner, making people disappear. But I did my time. Now I'm OG. And I can call the shots around here. At least a little bit. The new kids, they listen to me. If it's up to me, this is just business. I don't really care for the violence like some vatos. Nah. I keep things clean, play it safe. I try to not make anybody, do nothing they're not gonna be regretting later. But, you know, sometimes, está cañón. Yeah? ¿Qué pedo?
You're back. Tell me, What became of my stolen drugs and the thief that took them? Fine. Perhaps in the agony of their lives' final moments, they'll understand their mistakes. Now, what do you mean the drugs are up in thin air? Tell me, does the Camarilla tolerate excuses? Because in the sabbat, these sad, feeble excuses won't get you far. No, excuses can be quite bad for your health, quite dangerous indeed. Never mind it. Money can buy more drugs, but no money in the world can buy more time, as the Dark Father's arrival grows closer and closer. Tell me, though, how did Arturo handle himself with this matter? I see. It's good to know whether the cattle are serving their purpose or not. You've proven yourself useful. Maybe I judged you too quickly. Settle into the nest, if it pleases you, but return soon. There's still much to be done before we catch our fleeting fate. I intend to do what must be done. Why? Do you doubt me? Suspicions are like bullets, you know. Best kept hidden until they're meant to be used. ¿Me entiendes? Insult me again, and I'll slit your throat and suck you dry myself.
Who does this wretch think he is? No! No one, mortal or otherwise, is going to take our church from us. I'll tear out his liver to feed the faithful. I'll slice his... Oh? What's this? Our minds were occupied. Your faith is an inspiration for all to behold. That you received our invitation with an open, albeit dead, heart. You came to receive Hazel's blessing. Of course, a blessing from us is no small thing, girl. But do you know, no reward is so great as true faith. Yes, yes. Perhaps you could earn our blessing. A shepherd, maybe. Or a sheep? I'll put this simply. I lead the weak, the weary, and the woe-begotten to a place of pride. To this place. A place where the downtrodden, the ruined, those that have been chewed up and spit out by this waste of a city can find salvation. Sadly, the angels of this city have lost their wings. These people you see before you have been cast down by the drug runners, the pimps, the so-called rulers of this shattered kingdom. But worry not, for they have found comfort in my embrace, as any wayward soul that seeks my blessing might. Child, you were born into this world retching with original sin, fallen. By your hands our brothers have suffered greatly, but Hazel has a plan for all that seek his absolution. Perhaps this fall was a blessing. Fallen now, you have a chance to rise again amongst our ranks, amongst our pack, to become a brother amongst brothers. Though I tell you, talk is cheap. It will take more than wasted words, no matter how eager, to pay your tithes to me. I'm talking about that pillar of flame you brought down on the train yard, the one that sent our dear bishop to oblivion. But perhaps I owe you my thanks. With the bishop gone, Hazel Holmes has an opportunity to ascend to his rightful place amongst our brothers. This church, this hat? Don't mistake me for some foolhardy, hypocritical holy man chasing after the wasted blood of some false prophet that never was. Titles and names are just empty, profane words that don't mean a thing but to those so stupid, so null, not to see the eminence of Hazel Holmes. Power, real power, needs no words. And it's well past the hour for this broken world to see my grand vision. Child, coming from the clutches of the Camarilla, our thirst may seem depraved, chaotic even, but I assure you, our strength comes from structure. We're all equals, but some of us are more equal. Myself, for example, they call a ductus. I stand on the shoulders of my brethren, my pack, and upon my shoulders stand the feet of the bishop who leads this parish. But you see, that weight has been lifted, and I am not eager to bear it again. Power can be its own reward. When I am made bishop, I will not forget those that bore my weight proudly and strongly. Before any such ascension, I propose a trial, a test, to prove your loyalty to Hazel Holmes and my own. You see our humble chapel here? Not all appreciate its glory. Some would threaten us with legal action. Ha! What action could stand in the terrible light of our divinity? Look at this letter. This worm in a suit came by today. Says the city has plans to knock our sanctuary down. First, they came with smiles and handshakes, offering to buy it. Now they come with cutting threats. They would have us believe that the dollar is greater than faith. That what my flock here needs is a shopping center. They say they'd bring the authority of man to remove me and my congregation, by force if need be. Would that I could. But the last thing my parish needs is more attention from these crusading cattle. Pfft. What a miracle it would be if this problem disappeared of its own accord. Or rather, your accord. My faith has provided me the answer I sought. Find this fool and find his end. And before you're done, find why this cursed city seems intent on swelling the earth up itself to swallow our chapel. Return to me when the deed is done, and I will see to it that your presence in our order is a lasting stain. Their ringleader keeps an office not far from our sanctuary. They threaten not only I, nay, Such a grandiose secular altar of consumerism would threaten the whole of this community. A garden needs weeding to grow. I command you to tear this fool from the earth with righteous fury.
Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Did you, want to place an order or something?
Hey, all you night owls. Is the human race going crazy or
Nothing special. Just another beautiful night in the barrio. Really looking forward to going home. I've got the VCR all set up to record. It's the finale of Abrazos Prohibidos tonight.
Why don't we make that the topic for tonight? And if that doesn't work...
No, of course not. That's crazy. Business is great. Why would we close?
Line 5, you're on with the Deb of Night. So tell me, society going to hell?
Jesus Christ, that's awful. So typical of people these days.
Why is that?
Nobody respects the Lord's house anymore. It's just like the war on Christmas, you know?
And our management gave themselves a bonus for it.
I'm sorry to hear it.
No, the owner and me, we're good friends. She would have told me if I needed to look for a new job. Oh, sure. It's so nice to make new friends. Let me know if you want anything. I'll get you the employee discount.
Can you believe that? Like, no one cares about anyone anymore.
I hear it.
Sorry, no clients right now. Trying to wrap some things up. Have to come back tomorrow. The hell is that supposed to mean? You threatening me? This is East LA, you moron. You think I'm not prepared to deal with some small-time punks like you? Okay. Talk fast then. Before I change my mind. Are you kidding me? It may not be prime real estate now, but I see something everyone else has missed. I've seen this before in East Hollywood. I've seen it in Brooklyn. This neighborhood is about to get the yuppie treatment. This shitty barrio is about to blow up. I'm gonna make a killing when I finally clear-cut that whole block. That can't be right. I've looked it all over, up and down. You think I'm some kind of idiot? I don't know who sent you, or what you're trying to get from manipulating me, but I think you should just leave before someone gets hurt. Oh, really? I'm not some clueless amateur when it comes to real estate. Take a look at this appraisal and tell me, wait, you're right. None of this makes any sense. I've made a terrible mistake. I'll be bankrupted, ruined. Someone must have tampered with my paperwork, altered some records. It's the only way. You're right. I think I need to get out of this town and never come back.
I see you've come to haunt my haven. Tell me, child, have you resolved our quest? Has the so-called developer been sent to meet his fictitious maker? Hallelujah! Truth prevails over false idols yet again, and the Church of Hazel Tomes stands another night in all its glory, a beacon to the undesirables and deplorables of the world. Well done, fledgling. And did you inquire into the persistence of the matter? What drives a man so tenaciously towards his own doom? Truly, the world deals in mysteries that not even Hazel Tomes and his disciples are meant to unravel. But those with an eye for the world beyond this one have ways to search for the verity of it all. I believe you've given me something to sink my curious fangs into. You've proven yourself a loyal disciple. Please, allow my adorations to ordain you into our unholy congregation. But tell me, do you wish to truly earn a place among this pack?
You're back. I'm glad. Let's abandon any resentment, any suspicion between us. Instead, help me find a place for you among this pack. Generosity isn't a mood that finds me often, but tonight she's knocked on my door. I'd like you to answer her call, and indulge the night's more euphoric vices. Normally, my product sells itself, but lately, well, business has fallen to the wayside. Customer loyalty can't be bought except with charity's grace. I won't be selling anything, no. I think some of our customers have forgotten what leads their wavering hearts. What they need is a taste to remind them. Take these needles. Hand them out to the barrios desperate and depraved. Many seek guidance from the false prophet Jesus as a path to freedom from our bonds. Find those weak-willed hypocrites and show them their heart's true desire. It's your face that will earn their debt. It's you they'll be begging for more. You wouldn't like a handful of lost souls at your beck and call? Bueno. As I said, take this to the church and herd our flock back where it belongs. How can I brighten your mind tonight, K-Knight? Tell me, who? He's a fool, but a loyal one. I keep him scraping in the dark, a servant of the sabbat, that he never finds his way to death's door until I claim the time is right. When he grows cold enough to the mortal world, perhaps he too can be warmed by the serpent's fire. He's been with the kings long enough to know there's greater powers at work, but he's blinded by his desire's gleam. He can't see the line between myth and misfortune. Tell me, who? Do you want to hear a beautiful lie? Or can you swallow the jagged truth? He is an unwelcome intruder. East LA has been my domain for decades. He brings his filthy pack and unwashed herd to the mission under the guise of asylum? No. A man with that ambition wants all that his greedy eyes can see. I know that he will. With the bishop gone, he'd be a fool not to. Like all within the ranks of the Sabbat, we share a common goal and a common enemy. He is a welcome ally within our domain. Tell me, who? See? His deity is the dollar. Fool. He's too young to have learned that the dead don't deal in cold currency. Let him cling to mortal vices. The shadow he casts is no imposition to me. Like any nomadic sabbat, he'll forever be a servant to his host. Tell me, who? See? Time and again the archbishop's earned my respect. He understands the sabbat's true purpose. I would kill and die for him. A sword to cut the dark father's strings that pulls us nightly. He and I speak in perfect harmony of what must be done in these final nights. If he's as fallible as you think, then know that I am not. I trust my archbishop. If you're wise, you'll guard your doubts more closely. Tell me, who? See? There's more than just a simple chola behind this painted glare. But I think you know that already. What do you really want to know? Some would say I am a daughter of Set, but I am heretic among those corrupted members of my bloodline that swear fealty to the sleeping Egyptian blood god that birthed my clan. No, I've seen the true serpent's light. The lessons of the old gods would be lost on you. It's enough you know they are real, powerful, terrible things that dwarf even the descendants of Cain himself. I have glimpsed Shikowat with my own eyes, and he demands adoration. As a girl, I never believed my grandmother's tales of the fifth son, the world's creation. It was nothing but an old woman's mad ramblings. But in the first dance of fire my pack led me through, the turquoise lord himself appeared to me in Nawali form, the fire serpent Shikowat. It was his gifts that pushed me through that night and every bit of vite I ever shed. It's all my tithings to him. Perhaps it doesn't matter. I know what's true, and more importantly, unlike the followers of Seth, I know that the grandchildren of Cain are an affront to all creation, no matter the path your spirit walks. Tell me, who? See? Have you done as I asked? Have you returned our lost cattle? How can I brighten your mind tonight, Cainite? Living among those Camarilla licks. I'm sure there's plenty of the sabbat you don't understand. We are not thugs, monsters, and mongrels as they would have you believe. What you'll come to know is that we are a sect of ritual and fraternity. See, the rituals of the sabbat define us, as individuals, as a pack, as a sect. The rites are as many as there are followers of the sabbat, but some are known to all. The creation rites, which you've conveniently ignored, for now. The palagrande, the bloodbath. All are importante, pero none so much as the valdri. Some mistake it for a binding ritual, but that could not be further from the truth. We take in each other's vitae to unite the pack. As a single soul, we become more capable, more lucid than we could ever hope to achieve alone. We cement our kinship in blood, liberating ourselves from our elders, It is the ultimate brotherhood, the ultimate freedom. Of course not. But unlike the Camarilla, who would hide their contempt and strife behind deceitful smiles, the Sabbat have the courage to confront their conflict, face to face, mano a mano. We have the right of manomancy. Ritual combat. When two members of the Sabbat reach an impasse, with the pack priest's blessings, the two rivals battle to the death. The rules of engagement are as varied as the conflicts themselves, but the last Cainite standing gets final word on the matter. No, but as a pack priest I once presided over the duel between a pander and the La Sombra that loved to press his buttons. The keeper never saw an equal in the pander, so one night it was finally enough. Their problems were solved inside a car compactor with 2 chainsaws. The pander won. Perdón, our name for the clanless of the Sabbat. Some do not recognize them as true Sabbat, or give them the respect they deserve. I have seen their strength and resolve. I saw it that night. How can I brighten your mind tonight, Cainite? Living among those It goes beyond simple brothers in arms. In the Camarilla, you lived in your own haven, fought your own battles, you struggled alone. As Sabbat, we are not so petty and self-motivated. From our communal den to our crusade against the ancients, the pack lives as one. See, it's modest, yes. The cheap plaster walls, flaking with decay. But it's defensible, and the downtrodden thugs provide both security and sustenance. This is home to all disciples de Xicoat.
Hey, cutie.
Have you done as I asked? Have you returned our lost cattle? Excelente. La lección es una puta, you know. It spreads. As our profits soar and the blood flows, the pack will have you to thank. Take this piece of your profits now. You see, unlike your Camarilla masters, the Sabbat rewards its own. You wish to make an impression on the rest of the pack, see? Then it's time they meet the beast within you. They need to see him in your eyes. Are you familiar with sabbat bloodsports? What are games among brothers but a chance for bonding? The game they play of late, an homage to some mortal video machine, how you call it, a Grand Theft Auto? Sí, pero no hay videojuego machine. The stakes are higher. The blood is warm. The mayhem. No illusion. It's simple. Partly a race, partly a contest of brutality. In the video machine, for sport, you kill the unwashed and unwanted. Our version is no different. The goal is to kill as many streetwalkers, vagrants, and policia you can before reaching the end point. Bueno, go to the park around the corner. The pack will wait there for you. The first one to make it inside La Venderia with 3,000 points wins.
Victoria said there'd be fresh meat tonight, but you look raw. Did she tell you how dirty those virgin little hands are gonna be by the time we're through with you? It's a game. You like games, don't you? This is our favorite, Grand Theft Auto. No wheels tonight, but we don't need them for what we're up to. Executing the hookers with a bat. Taking their money. Always like that. Our game is the same. Bums, hookers, they're worth 200 points. If the cops are dumb enough to show up, gun them down too. 500 for gutting a pig. You wanna win? You want a piece of the glory? Gotta make it to 3,000 before getting to home base safely. Down at the laundromat. All right, Lick. Show me your worst. Let's see if you can stomach running with us down here in the filth.
Gringo, what are you doing here? Are those sirens? Did you bring the fucking policía here? Estás zafado! No. You don't get it. The cops can't be in here now. This is the pickup. The evidence here, they'll take down the whole operation. How should I know? That doesn't matter. You fucked up coming here, payaso. There's no time for that. There's evidence everywhere. No. This can't go down here. I gotta shake them. Maybe if I popped off a couple of shots down the block here, maybe I can cut these fucking puercos a slip. Hey, puercos! Chinga tu madre, bastardos!
Come out with your hands up!
Hazel, calm down. That seems severe for a minor grievance. She could not have known what she was doing.
Don't talk to me like some kind of damned fool. There's not a shadow of doubt in anyone's eyes. It's your careless vices that have spread this plague among my parish.
Be reasonable. We are of the same brotherhood. There's no need for accusations and curses. Our packs fight for the same army. It's never been my intention to let anyone's vices fly so far from my reins.
Is that truly what lives in your heart? How could it? You have no heart. Perhaps your actions can speak louder than whatever hollow words you can offer. Bolster my flock. Spread the truth of Hazel Tomes farther and wider. Overshadow any doubt I may have of your intentions, dear, sweet Victoria.
If there's one thing I can conjure, it's a feast for my brothers. No one will starve on our turf, not so long as we stand together. You have my word.
See that it is so. I bid thee good eve, Ductus. Neonate.
Never mind you him. Jodido pendejo. Él piensa que le debemos el mundo. Any man can be unraveled by his vices. You need only know which thread to tug. These nights, I think Hazel's indiscretions are besting him. But enough of the foolish preacher. Tell me, have you mastered our game yet? Claro que sí. I've heard Arturo was seen escaping the scene. Police in pursuit with only a thread of life left in him. Bueno, then he did what was necessary. This game was never for you. How far would Arturo go? Would he take your blame to protect the pack? What is he really willing to sacrifice, to put brother before blood? Sí, pero now he needs our help, K-Knight. No doubt the human lawmen are still in pursuit. Go to his apartment, see what can be done to shake the heat.
Mierda. Of all the vatos, your face? It cannot be the last thing I see. Gringo de la chingada. No. No hospital for this. A GSW. Too many questions. Can't have that. No. This is it for Arturo. Ariana. Make sure she's... Give my hermana my money. Give her... Just make sure she's taken care of, okay? Don't let her end up like this.
He's right. There's nothing to be done for him now. Except... If our pack is to flourish, it's in numbers we'll find strength. Arturo is ambitious, loyal, maybe a bit past his prime, but he would be a welcome addition to this fraternity. As I said, he's loyal, but he's also no fool. He's seen things he shouldn't. He was beginning to glimpse into our world. Death was marching slowly towards him. But in this death, he can be reborn anew. Not as a man, but as the beast he was meant to become. Of course, the The price of my blood is paid in pain. How much of his own blood would Arturo shed to protect the pack? And is your halo dirty enough to stand among us? I have both my answers now. His death is on your hands, isn't it? It's only right that you be privy to his transformation. Besides, you should see we, true sabbat, are not born as angry servants of the mass embrace. No. True sabbat are born into our pack carefully and with privilege. But the passage is always painful, always a surrender of the soul.
What? What are you doing here? Victoria? ¿Dónde? Where are we going? The cops. Just... Vete. Ya estuvo para mí.
No, Arturo. You've shirked fate long enough. It's time to stop running. I won't let you rush into the 9 hells before knowing the true masters of the 5th sun.
¿Qué? What the hell are you talking about?
You'll understand soon enough. You'll know the true cost of sacrifice, what it's worth to you and to Teot. See, grandson, take it in. Let my power fill your veins. Give your heart to Shikoat. Become su discipio. It is done. Soon he too will know the fire of the serpent god. Almost. As mortals, some of us planted seeds that still grow. He is my great-grandson. Before tonight, he was a waste of my legacy. Nothing but a lazy slob. Make no mistake, he may be of my blood, but only now is he made whole. Give me time to usher my child into this existence. He needs to learn the true lesson of his agony and what this new world will expect of him. There's no need for idle hands, K-Knight. I have something for you. An opportunity. We, los discípulos, we take pride in our trophies. Those that betray us, those that stand against us, we take something from them. Something to remind others of their short-lived fate. One such Contario has made a home of our domain. The Camarilla sent one of their own here to spy upon us. To this night, he's been toothless, ineficaz, no more than a buzzing fly on the wall. This pest will soon be more than an annoyance. So now he's a problem for you to crush. Make him disappear. Pernamente. His name, I don't know. He dresses in rags, skulking, mugriento camarela pendejo, polluting my walls with his false icons, stinking the air with his mangy, rabid dogs. His prying eyes have watched us from the alleys and concrete parks for too long. Excelente. Then it is already in your best interest to keep your word. The Archbishop is not a thing to anger. In honest, he is a servant of Enoya. Their blood runs thinnest of the Camarillas stink. I would sooner have him stand by my side than lay at my feet. But he is indómito y incorruptible. No tiene más tiempo. Sí, ella is the daughter of Lilith, and the faceless master of all Gangrel. The proud animales let her pull their strings. The wise ones stand as our brothers. As I said, he lurks here among us. He paints the walls in the parque across the street, or lingers in the alleys among the vagrants and mendigos. Do not underestimate this puta. He carries himself like a handsome boy, but he has a man's composure and a warrior's heart. He keeps with him his perros, his war dogs, with a taste for the vite. Claro, animales are single-minded and can even be more loyal than the humankind. They provide eyes and teeth, day and night. I want his death to be a painful one. Bring back a memento, something to remind you of this victory. Show me, show your pack, that you know how to punish the pawns of the ancients.
What's cracking? Cute. Wonder what's crawled up her butt. Well, I knew this night would come sooner or later. Guess it's high time I pack my shit up and skip town. Dude, I'm not letting you take my skull, and I don't think a tuft of hair is gonna cut it. I don't like where this is going. What are you doing with that axe? I kinda need both of my hands, dude. Alright. Should have read the fine print in this deal. Just make it quick. Fuck! Okay, you got what you came for. Now get the fuck out of here. Fuck, that hurts. Happy to oblige, asshole. I'll be watching how this all goes down. After all, gotta make sure giving you my hand was worth this pain.
Hey, gringo. I bet you didn't think you were gonna see me again, eh? It's unreal. I always knew there was things that went bump in the night. I never imagined it'd be me. Claro que sí. What's not to like, ese? I'm gonna stay young, live forever. I got fucking superpowers. I can disappear out of plain sight, way. I'm finally getting the promotion I always wanted. Just not the one I was looking for. I can live with that. It's not like my hands were clean before all this. Besides, Victoria's explaining it all to me. Humans, they're here for us. Como animales. Last night I was just another chump. But tonight, I'm something more. I can feel it in the blood. She told me what we are. She showed me how to feed, how to make la sangre flow. She told me all about the pack, too. That we got each other's back, how important that is. But I can't shake this feeling. Like, she's still keeping me in the dark about a lot. Dios mío, it was all right in front of me. All the disappearances over the years, all the grisly murders, this empty apartment, and then Victoria and her crew. No wonder they always creep me out. What still gets me, though, is my long run of shit luck. Who was pulling the strings behind that? Rolling with the kings, your life expectancy is pretty short. It's no surprise anyone that's been with their crew long enough ends up dead or locked away. I'm just lucky Victoria and I share blood. That's why I got to cheat death.
How did you fare against the Camarilla? Do you have his fangs to bring me? It makes a fine trophy. Mementos like these are what earns a killer of brothers like you a place among this honored pack. Can you see it in your packmates' eyes? They are beginning to fear you. They are nearly ready to share their blood with you, and take yours in as well. I feel I can nearly count you among los discípulos. But I must ask you for one favor more. Everything is in its place. It's time the plague-bearer Hazel and his illusions of grandeur met their end. Send word to the Mac. I have some troubling news for him. It seems Padre's herd has become quite infirm. Sick with tuberculosis, hepatitis, and worse. The preacher's acolyte, Vic, he was no visionary. It's Hazel himself ticking doomsday's clock forward with his dark disease. Es nuestro secreto, K-Night. Mortals, policia, hunters. All of these will come knocking at the sabbat's door. It's a tension we cannot afford. Not while the world falls to pieces around us. And the indignity that one of our own would carry out the Dark Father's scheme? Our sacred blood demands the head of this traitor. El Padre is hungry, but he cannot feed from his own tainted herd, not as they grow so weak y enfermo. His thirst has overstepped its bounds. With his deranged song, he's lulled the Mac's finest assets away from their rightful place by the Shadow's side. The Mac should know of his brother's betrayal. Observant. Good. But that was never meant for your eyes. Keep that secret close to your heart. It may have been I that found the girls to the river of his madness, but it was he that was seduced by the pureness of the blood. Go, vas enseguida. I've spoken with André. This war party already has the Archbishop's blessing. We'll take the battle to Hazel at his church. All of us. We'll make sure the Mac has friends at his side when we smite this apostate to the sabbat.
This is bullshit. I'm gonna give those bitches a piece of my mind and a taste of my belt when I get my hands on them. Two of my girls just up and left. Who the fuck do they think they are? We had an arrangement. Their lives are to serve me, and I'll let them know when they can leave. When they're dried up and spent. What the fuck are you talking about? You trying to rip me off? Ah, so the holy man wants some action too. You gotta be my delegate. There's no reason for this to end badly. We can work something out. Just go to him and tell him this can all be overlooked for a fair price. What? You think this is about more than just blood or sex? Fuck. Then those girls are as good as dead. Total loss. What he's doing, it ain't right. All this talk of a third gen running rampant might be a tall tale, but this? This is full-blown Gehenna shit right here. Somebody needs to step up and do something. Payback is a bitch, ain't it? Vincent and I will get our shit together and head on over.
So you see, faithful followers, true believers, death shall come for you, just as it comes for us all. I urge you to welcome its bittersweet embrace with a warm heart, for it shall... You treacherous viper! You two-faced temptress, you contemptuous, insolent wench!
Is this how you welcome all friends into your temple, Hazel? What's the matter? Not feeling yourself these nights? You seem a bit enfermo.
You treacherous swine! You bring famine and pestilence upon my house, but I shall bloody my hands with war and death to...
Your pride has gotten the better of you this time, Senor Doms. Blame the devil for your sins if you must, but it's not me. Not anyone in this war pack spreading your disease, your demented vision of Gehenna.
Oh, hypocrite! Curse the earth you stand upon. It's your vices that have brought this plague. It was your word that was broken to feed my hungry flock. I will strike you down with...
Please, Hazel, stop dreaming. We all saw what happened with esa basura Vic. You can blame him too, if it eases your fevered head. But your excuses won't stand. You're not that important. Your title means shit. And you won't step in on our turf any further.
Those girls are gonna cost me a pretty penny, Hazel. Somebody's gotta pay, and your credit's dried up real fast in this town.
But I... Blind, unwashed heretics. The whole lot of you. Victoria, you crooked harlot. I will dig up your heart and cast it into my hearth to heat my home. Mark my words.
I'm sorry, but there's no place in the sabbat for a self-obsessed, plague-bearing, Gehenna-dealing traitor like you. This is street justice, bendejo.
Just in time for the party. You know, for a bunch of small-minded idiots, you sabbat types are pretty long-winded. What do you say we let some hot air out, kid? I'm really itching to gut that bitch that cost me my hand.
Pinche bendejo. That gutter rat skeleton should be mounted on my wall. After I deal with this pinche loco, I'll take yours in its place.
You think I am beaten? You doubt the glory of Hazel, Tomes, you fools! I waste not and want not. I am no judge of the wicked, no! All that follow me shall find salvation. Rise up, my flock. Feed yourself on the flesh of the meek.
Hey, where you going, man? Where you going, man? Where you going, man? Hey.
Well, I guess that's that. Sabbat's gonna be limping their way out of town after the damage you've done. You did all right. With these fucks dead, there's no reason for me to stay here. Prince is off my back finally. I owe you that one, kid. But with my business settled, I can finally hit the road. I suggest you do the same. East, I guess? While I was laying low, I scoped out what this sarcophagus is all about. Whatever is going on, I do not think it is going to end well. So I'm just getting as far away from here as I possibly can. Just one piece of parting advice. Don't play these games any more than you need to. Sabbat, Camarilla, even the Anarchs, they're all the fucking same. They all have an agenda, and they all want something from you. Instinct comes first. Trust yourself and no one else. Yup, same to you. Peace out.